yeah, it should be good. Should be a productive stream today. A productive one, hopefully. I've managed to get quite a lot of stuff done in the last few evenings, I think, around the podcast site. But there's a couple of, like I said, issues that I want to fix up. And then I want to start planning for courses that I hopefully will get round to do next year. So being properly prepared. All right. So the CSS issues. I guess what we need to do is dive into the actual thing, the site. So bear with whilst I sort that all out. Again, I'm not very prepared. I need to just spin everything up again. Bring that over here. CD into, where are we going? Into there. Do a git pull. Bring down all the changes that I've done, and then do a Docker machine start of the site. And then whilst that's loading up, we can also get into GitHub and have a look at the project. So bear with whilst I do this off streamer. Come on. Are you going to... No. I need to switch to that account. There we go. Right. Good. And then that's the site. That's the... Right. There we go. So bring that over here. This is the repo for the How to Code Well FM site. And we have the project here. And whilst the site builds locally... Oh, it already has. So let's just do an eval on that. And then do a... Docker ps-a. What's going on? All good things. We need to bring up another thing because I was playing with SSL. So Docker compose up-d just to bring the SSL Let's Encrypt stuff going through. All right. So whilst that runs, let's take a look at this for a second. I have done create a footer. Right. I've done that. That's done. Okay, so still haven't done the crons, still haven't done the 500 errors, the 400 errors. Still haven't done the sponsor page, still haven't done the sitemap or the RSS. Actually, there's quite a lot of things I haven't done. I haven't created the JSON feed. I think yeah, that's done as well. Right, so is there a production server in that? Yeah, okay, so that's sort of half built. We won't worry about that today. I actually want to create another issue in here, which is another task, and that is to fix the fix or add alert to contact page when email is sent. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. Add alert. Well, it's more of a. It's less of an alert. It's more of a success alert, really. A success to the contact page when email is sent. Or let's just do alerts, add alerts. And then what we can do is have add success. I can never spell that, success alert. And add error alert. So these are like flash messages, really. Nothing too crazy there. So that's what we'll do. That's the CSS stuff I want to play with today. Let's go and take a look. Where are we on with this? This is good. Let's do a docker ps-a. Let's do a, oh, yep, that's looking good. Docker logs. I need to change the name of that bloody container. It's huge. Right, it should have created the certificate. And it should have also put it into all the SSL stuff. Should have gone into which branch are we on? Yeah, we're on the right branch. That's always good to check. It should have gone into infra and then SSL certs. Yeah, so that's all been generated there. All right, so next I'm going to just go and double check my IP for this, Docker machine IP of that. And then I'm going to off stream, so I'll drag this down here, just because I've got other things going. So I just want to make sure that I don't show any domains that I might be working on, like future How to Code World projects. Let's do a, what am I trying to do here? I need to do a sudo nano of etc hosts and put that in, and we got this running at 104. So if we were to come out of that, that is also 104. Sweet. And have I made sure that I've got the right address? No, because I'm an idiot. It should be How to Code Well local, right? How to Code Well local hyphen local. Is that the way I've got it running here? Yeah. And then .fm. There it is. Whoa. .fm. All right, bear with me a minute whilst I set this up. Sorry, I should have done all this prior to the stream. Right, now I need to do sudo kill all minus HUP and the mDNS responder. So now, fingers crossed, I'll just do this off stream. We should get the site running. In How to Code Well -local.fm should now be the new site, which it is. And because I'm running in the local version of this SSL stuff, that should be good. So we should be able to just run this, because this is just a self-cert at this stage anyway. So come on, do the thing. It's done the thing. Sweet. Okay. All right. Next in line is to deal with this contact page. So click on contact here. And the bug, or not the bug, well, I suppose it is a bug, isn't it? Here. Add alert to the contact page when the email is sent. So it's this thing here, what I want to do when the email's gone. So when I do like Peter and then like test@test.com and then stuff test this is private, send, it should send the email to me, and we got this message here, but that's pretty rubbish. What I would like to do is have like a green banner or something going on here, and what else could we do with this? Yeah, I suppose the green banner here, and then maybe clear out all of this jazz. That would be nice. So I will also add another ticket on here. Clear out contact form. That's what it's called. Contact form once submitted. Once submitted, submitted successfully. That's what I should be doing. All right, so again, I can't spell successfully. Right, okay, so these two pieces of fun, if we go over to SRC, let's just get rid of all that jazz. I can't remember what I've called it. Let's do shift and then contact controller, there we go. Now, I have made this text massive. It's not for my benefit. I was doing a video for like YouTube Shorts, and I realized that this needs to be much bigger when you're doing a YouTube Shorts video, and you've got it in horizontal view, and I just haven't changed it back. But we'll keep going. We'll flow with it. What's the deal here? So we do have an index action. We instantiate a new feedback model. It's not actually an entity because this doesn't get stored to the database. Then we do this create form feedback type. Yeah, fine. Handle request. Then we check if it's been submitted, and then we check if it's valid, and then we do a try and a catch. And the catch just does far dumps. That's really bad. I'm going to put in another thing in here. Whoops, that's embarrassing. This should be, I'm so glad it's not live. This should be replace local debugging with logging in. Okay, so there's a few things I want to do today. We might not get to the planning part of today. I didn't realize it was that I need to do that. Okay, so we're adding the flash here. That's if there's an error, but we're not adding a flash. Oh, we are adding a flash here. Thank you. Of course we are, because that's what the message is, right? Up here. Okay, so the deal then is that I need to work out what type of flash message it is, and then display an alert accordingly. Okay, I got you. All right, so let's go back to the form, to the actual twig template, which is that one. And what we've got here, we must be printing it out somewhere. That is a form theme for the input thingy. Here we go. All right, so 4 label messages in app flashes, error or success. Let's just make sure that is what we've got up. This is error, and somewhere up here is success. Somewhere in success. Yep. Okay. Cool. There we go. All right, so we loop through those, and then we do the message here with the alert being the label being error or success. This probably means that I need to do add some CSS classes to this. There is also this craziness going on here that I need to adjust, because this is Tailwind and we aren't using Tailwind, so I need to fix that. That's an error. All right, let's get this cracking. Alert label. That's what it looks like we need to do. So CSS app.css straight to the bottom. Let's do .alert. If I can spell today, that would be brilliant. So we've got a .alert. We've got .alert success. Again, spell that correctly. And we've also got .alert error. Right then. Hey Victor, thank you for joining. How do I put an image on an XLS file and render this? I need a render on a Symfony controller. XLS. Now, isn't that an Excel spreadsheet? Is that? No, it's not. Yeah, is it? XLS? Is that right? On an XLS file. Is that? I want to say that's an Excel spreadsheet, that file domain, that XLS file type. I'm just going to Google that. Bear with me a minute. Yeah, it is a binary. It's an Excel binary file. How do you put that onto a image? How do you, and then render this out on the controller? You know what? I have no idea. I don't know. Not off the top of my head, anyway. I mean, rendering an XLS file via a Symfony controller is difficult because It's not, XLS is not a typical web file type. So one would probably use a CSV file, if I was to give it a little bit of thought, a CSV file, and then have in one of the columns, because you can convert CSV back into, or import CSV into an XLS, have an image. But how you would embed that, I have no idea. You would have to have some form of transformer, I think, in order to loop over the XLS, to loop over the CSV rows, and then find if there was some image, a link of a web image, and then display that. But how you would do that, I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. Interesting question, interesting challenge. If you find out how you do it, let me know, because I'm interested. I'm interested now, but I wouldn't know off the top of my head. Sorry, but thank you anyway for asking. It's a good question. Right. Okay. So this one we're going to do. Well, let's do alert success with a background color. And we're going to give that background color like a greeny color. I don't know if these aren't great things. We're going to probably, let's steal Tailwind's color scheme, because I do like Tailwind's color scheme. It is documentation. It's they did have a search thing. Aha. Let's do color. Starting color, ending color, middle color, typography, text color. That'll do. So we're looking for green, and roughly around green 500. There we go. So we grab that as the RGB. So we convert RGBA to hex like so, and we see what it is. It's 1680.185.129. 16. I've forgotten it already. 185. And 129. 129 with an opacity of 0. Let's just put it. There we go. All right. So that could be the background color. That's the hex that I want here. There we go. And we'll give them both a color of white. And we'll do the background color for you. Actually, we'll also do a border color of like a darker version of this. Let's see if I can screw around with this a little bit. No. Can I? There we go. That's what I want. Okay, let's just do a little darker color. There we go. There we go. I'm just throwing stuff on the page at the moment, so I'm not overly worried about no, what have I done? There we go. Put it back. Yeah, put it back. There we go. Yeah, get rid of that. There we go. Background color and border color. And then for the red, we can jump into this and go into the red. Like so. And also give that a color of white. Oh, actually no, that's done on the top there because it cascades. That we need to have a border color here. Of like a darker red. So if we were to click on you and then scroll it down. Yeah, that'll do. It's like a maroon color. That'll do. That'll do. I mean, once it's set up, I can adjust all these things. And then I guess with the alert, we should also do like a padding of like 5 pixels and possibly like width 100%, which it will be, so there's no point in doing that. Oh yes, we need to do border width 1 pixel. Can I? No, I can't. All right, let's run back on here now. Make UI dev. Done. All right, let's go and have a look at this again. Let's refresh the page. Yes. Has that changed? Is that green? No. How rude. I am a bit shocked by that. That should have worked. Alert, alert, success. Alert, alert, success, alert, error. So, what's the deal here? I'm not putting this in any media query silliness. Is it the fact that I just haven't done a shift refresh? Might be. Yeah, there we go. But why it's red, I have no idea. What, have I got the because it's a success, have I got the stars wrong? I think, oh, I have, haven't I? What a fool. That was my original green. Ugh, idiot. Right, let's copy that. I'm just bung it there. Grab that. Smash that up there. About there. That'll do. Right. Put that into here. There we go. Right, refresh the page. Come on, go green. Go green. Why are you not going? Oh, I need to make the UI dev. Oh, I do miss React's hot reloading sometimes. No worries. I'm sorry I couldn't help any further than that. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. All right. Let's see if we can get rid of all of this stuff now. So what I'm going to do here, actually, also what we do need to do is in index, in here, we do need to replace that with this. There we go, and that is error. There it is. All right. So that's that done. Yeah, so the next thing is to clear down all of this stuff. Let's just do a commit of all those things, adding flash message styles. Yeah, so clear down that form. How do I clear that down that form once it's done? So go back to the controller We handle the request that comes into here. We instantiate it. That's fine. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Add to form if it is valid. Mailer send. Do all this stuff, and then whoops-a-daisy, that didn't work. Then we do form here. So am I thinking that we need to set feedback? Form handle request. Form. Create view. Get data. Set data. Is there set data? Set data. Yeah. It's because this. Yeah, we could do set data, and I wonder if we can just set it to a new. Is that going to work? It's because this doesn't go into. It's not a typical doctrine entity, so no, that's not. Oh, sorry, new feedback. No, okay, that's weird. That's a bit strange. Let's have a look. Symfony clear form after submit. How do I clear values after successful submission? Yada yada yada. Form is create form. New entity is new entity. Entity is new entity. Isn't that what I've done? We unset all of this. You simply need to unset both the form and the entity objects. Oh, okay, and then create a new clean instance. I see. All right, so we unset form and we unset feedback. Okay, and then we basically grab this, right? So we create a new form. Like that. Ah, wrong thing to press. There it is. Boom. Okay, all right. So that is good. I'm happy with that. Right, so the next one, why is that like that missing service? It's a parameter bag, it's not service. I don't know what this is complaining about. All right, so that is these two bits done. If I go over to here, that is this one done. Let's do an edit on the note. So yes, and yes, thank you very much. They can go boom. Okay, so clear contact form once submitted. That's also done. Replace local debugging with logging contact. What? What? Let's retype that. Replace local debugging with log entry. That'll do. So it's this stuff down here. I guess what we could do is, because we've got both of those things together, we could do an OR statement, which is the transport exception interface. There we go. So we can get rid of you. I was doing that for local debugging. So basically now what I need to do, why is that? It's probably undefined. Why? It's not? Oh, right down here. We need to do this. Do I have? No, I haven't added the logging to this. Okay, let's. Logger interface. This, oh, sorry, no. Logger, oops, alert. We'll do error, thrown during contact. Form submission. And then the next line will be the actual exception message. Like that, boom. Okay, I guess to test this we would throw an exception and see if this actually gets logged. So let's go to here and do a docker ps-a docker logs -f of the web server. Good stuff. Let's do throw an exception in here. So throw new exception, and we'll do test exception thrown. Right, let's refresh this page. It's on submission when it is valid. So yeah, okay, so I need to fill out the form again. So let's do test, all the tests, and send. Have a look at the log. Nothing's come out here so far. Aha! Lots of stuff going to... Oh, I didn't throw an exception, and I didn't get the log. Whoa. Okay. Okay, let's get into the actual container. Maybe docker exe web server bash tail -f var log devlog. Do we not have? Let's just refresh the page again or hit send. Did we not? Contact form, contact method support. Woo, lots of select queries. Here we go. Test, and it's app.alert. That has test exception thrown. Yes, that has worked. Error during contact submission. Yeah. Can I give this a context? I can. Let's give this a context of contact form. Cool, let's hit that again, and then let's just review the logs again. So that went through, here we go. So yeah, the context has been added, contact form. Cool, okay, so now I can just search for the context, and then I'll be able to find the relevant logs. Right, one thing I want to do when that does happen is to actually respond back with something. So I guess what we need to do is where's our error thingy? Here we go. And we could tidy this up as well. We'll do so in a minute. I will do so in a minute. Let's just, because we don't need to have that else statement. We'll do so in a minute. Let me just hit this and just see that we've got the error message. Yeah, we do. Please try again. Boom. Okay, that's cool. I'm happy with that. Let's try tidy this thing up. This is ridiculous. We don't need to have that if statement in there. So if is valid, we could just do if form is valid. So if it's not valid, then we just do please try again. Because we know that that is okay. So that's is that the right thing to do here? If is valid, is there like a redirect? What's going on here? Create the form. Oh yeah, and then we do a return. Yeah, I guess what I could do is like up here we could just do if isn't valid, then we just return the form, and then we don't need to have this anymore. So we don't need this. So let's just format that out a bit, and then I guess what I wouldn't mind doing is let's get rid of that. I wouldn't mind like these things here need to be dealt with regardless of whether a parameter must be thrown exception. Yeah, so let's bring that up here to up there. Let's also bring the try and the catch around all of this, so it's more like up here. So we've got we're removing that, and the catch comes to the bottom like that. That to me looks cleaner, because what we're doing is we're setting up the form. We need to have these things regardless of whether you submit the form or not. These things need to be in play. Then we're checking if the form is, if it is submitted, and if it's not valid, then we add the flash and we do the render of that. That's fine. Then down here we because that's happened, because we've returned early there, we only get to this point here if we are actually valid. So I'm going to just bring that down to as well. So we set the email up, then we unset the forms and we recreate the form and do all that jazz. We set that to here. Why is it saying that form might not be set? I'm not sure why that's the case. I've got PHP stand, so we could probably run that, but I think that's looking a bit tidier. Ideally, we would put that in its own little service. Let me run PHP stand. I want to see what's going on with this thing. Let me just do that now. So let's come out of the container, and let's just do make tests actually. Make test. There we go. Hello, Wolf Rage. I'm all right. I'm doing all right. I'm currently working on some alterations to the new howtocodewell.fm site. Yeah, all right. I need to fix that issue. And then once we've done all these little things, I have a plan in mind, or an idea in mind, to plan some of the courses for next year. And it's going to be a little light, but it's going to be a bit of planning. If I can get time. What's the time now? 17:13. We may have some time. I just need to solve this issue. Line 78 may not be defined, so it's this badger here, and I'm really struggling with the size of this font. Alright, so we're defining it there. Oh, it's because the whole thing is... okay, fine, alright. Okay, right, I know why. That needs to come outside of the try-catch, doesn't it? Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're saying? No, apparently we're not saying that. Form has been defined there. At what point does the form... Could it be... It could be here then. I think that's the case, right? So the form... Yeah, because that only gets dealt with on success. So if we were to also... I'm gonna screw around a minute. I'm just gonna put this in here. Nope, that didn't work. Damn it. Struggling. Right, I'm getting fed up with this font size, so I am going to turn it down. Because I want to see more. I want to see more. It was, let's bring it down to 16. There we go. So I can actually see a little bit more. It's not because we're unsetting the form, is it? And I have removed that from there. So, and we're setting the form above. I thought it was because it was outside the try catch. Can we do a finally? And can we return this in the finally? Does that work? Is that going to help? No. All right. Let's just get rid of the try a minute. Let's just get rid of the try. So, get rid of that. Right, so it is definitely the try that's screwing that around. So it's probably on this thing here where we have an error. Yeah, so how am I going to solve that? Because unless it seems ridiculous if I did if is set. I can't see the I can't see where that wouldn't be set in the flow of this. So we've got feedback, form, handle, form, request. If we were to put this inside the try catch, which it was in previously, then it's still no good. We unset the form down here. Let me just remove that for a second. Oh, hello. Variable form is probably undefined. Yes, so that's still an issue. Still an issue. Still may not be defined. Still an issue. So I guess what we could do... We don't actually need to unset it, do we? We're just setting it again, or we're just reassigning it. Let me run that again. Right. It was the unset. Okay. If PHP Stan's happy and my ID isn't happy, I'll go with PHP Stan every time. I don't see why we need to unset it, because all we're doing is resetting it. Yeah. Anyway, that's done. I'm gonna back away slowly. Git status. Done. I suppose what I should do is I should test it out manually, right? So, because we've done the restructuring of the form. So I suppose what we should do, I mean, a test here is to just screw that around. Let's go to the logging again. Sorry, I'm going all over the place here. Logs. They're the wrong logs. I want to go into bash, do a tail -f of var log dev. And what we're looking for is throwing an exception and then having these two messages come through. So if I was to just refresh the page here, yeah, it doesn't matter. We should get, here we go. Yep. Up here we should get these two, which is good. So the parameter email _2 must be defined. Yep, that's good. And they've just got a please try again. That's fine. So those work perfectly. Then we check whether it's submitted, and if it isn't valid, then we throw an error. Now, validation is pretty weak. Well, it's not weak, but as in it's pretty, I guess weak is the wrong thing. If I was to just do that, for instance. Come on. Oh. Okay, so right, okay, type property app feed must not be accessed before initialization. Oh dear. Okay, so I do need to have some validation on here. Good. It's a good job I checked this. Let's go back to here. This is because we're calling this get name, but get name is hasn't been set. So what we need to do is add some validation to this particular model. Okay, so we might be able to do this through annotations. The thing is, this isn't an entity, so it's not really a strict sort of Symfony way of doing things in terms of like a doctrine entity that saves to the database and has a repository and all that jazz. Doesn't have any of that. So Symfony let's do Symfony class. Symfony form validation. The basics of validation. Asset not blank. Okay, right. We might be able to get away with that. So let me see now. It is use this. So it's this thing here. At asset backslash blank. Isn't it not blank? Let me just see what's that. Yeah, not blank. I thought so. Let's see if that has done anything. Continue. It has. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize I could do that on a on a different model, because they're the entities. This is the models. Okay. All right. Well, in that case, then what I should do is start putting some validation on the rest of the jazz. even though we know that like the email stuff is going to be all right. So email, that also needs to not be empty as well. Same with the subject. In fact, most of this can't be empty. That needs to be selected. And the topic can't be empty too. I mean, it'll never get to that point, right? Because they're that's an int, because these are like these are booleans. Like for instance, it either is or it isn't. But let's just put it there for belt and braces' sake. Okay. All right. I'm not going to bother putting any kind of error messaging in here at this stage. I mean, I'm perfectly happy with just the functionality of just pressing the button, and then as long as it doesn't come up with an error page like it did, then that's fine. I'll put in a card. I'm sort of struck for time. I know there's massive accessibility issues here, so I'm just going to add better error messaging to contact form when the name doesn't exist. I guess we should also, when field values are missing. Yeah. Okay, so it's not just the name, and I'll do that at some point. Where will replace local debugging? That's okay. That's what we're still working through. And is there anything in the logs here on that? It doesn't look like it. But that's fine. That's all right. That's good. So let's do one where it does work. Let's do test and hit send. Let's make sure that's still green. No. Why has that failed? Why has that failed? Nothing's coming through here. But why? That's strange. It should have hit that. The please try again either happens there or it happens when it's not valid, which is here. So I guess what I could do, form is not valid. If I was to do that, I should be able to find out which condition it's falling into. If it's just please try again, then it's some exception that I can't see in here for some reason. Form is not valid. I reckon I've gone and screwed up the I reckon I've screwed these up, haven't I? Yeah, I reckon I have. Let's get rid of the Boolean jobbies. So that one, and also the integers, because they're already set. There's no way around that. We've filled the form out, right? So we've got name, email, question, type, subject, and message. Let's hit send. It might be because these not blank jobbies are looking for strings. There we go. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's good enough for me for now. That's okay. So, what am I doing here? So, yeah, debugging with log entry. That's fine. Let's throw an exception now when it is successful. Let's say there's an exception being thrown sort of at this point. So let's let's throw something in here to pretend that the email hasn't been sent. I'm going to get loads of emails, aren't I? So let's do something like cannot send email. We want to make sure that we've got the logging going, and we're going to just fill this out again. Actually, that is important, isn't it? Because that isn't set by default, so we will need to put some validation on here. What? Oh, right. It's failed because of the exception that I've thrown. Yeah, cannot send email. Boom. All right, that's good. I will get rid of that now. Yes, and there was validation on the private jobbies. I think what I can do is do true on that, then refresh, and then does this come out as true? No, it doesn't. I thought it would. Just wondering how we can set that to one of them. Or maybe I don't. There we go. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's do a come out of all the things. What's the time? We've got 30. We got about 30 minutes. Good. Yeah, I can't spell git stash. I can't spell git. Status. And I suppose we should actually, before we do any of that, let's do make test again. Let's just make sure we haven't balls anything up. Nope, that's good. Right, let's do okay, off that goes. Git push. And we will also dive into staging and get those. Get the come on, Pete, use your words. Get the GitHub Actions working. Boom. Okay, now we're going to move on to something else. We're going to do some planning for some future courses. Now, at the moment, it's a bit arbitrary in the fact that there isn't. I haven't really got I've got ideas, but I want to come up with a template for the courses. And in GitHub, you can do that. You can create templates for. Let's bring that over to there. Done. For repos. So, for instance, I could do new. We're going to call this Yeah, we'll call this project template because project template, I think. Or no, let's do course template. All right. This is a course template. It's going to be private. But it means that when I do when I build the actual courses, I can then use this as a template. So let's grab you and let's do a CD coming out of this, and then do a git clone of that. Thank you. You appear to have cloned an empty repo. Yes, I have. Let's do a file and an open, and I'm just going to bring this up on my old on the machine here. So it is course template. There we go. Right, we'll do it in this window. It doesn't matter. Cool. So basically what I'm thinking of is doing some sort of template repo that I can use to mimic future courses going forward. Now I know that this is going to be very different for like different projects, so I need to keep it sort of a little less agnostic. With the project that I'm doing, it could be a JavaScript project, it could be a PHP project, it could be a Docker project, it could be a Linux project. But in terms of the structure, I wouldn't mind having some form of common structure for the projects, regardless of what they are. So I'm thinking that we would have a README file, .md, file name detected. Yeah, yeah, fine. And I'm also thinking we would have like I'm thinking in the README, yeah, let's just play around with the structure. I reckon we need to have documentation, so we'll do docs. I also think we need to have a new directory in here called the actual project itself, like the root level project stuff, like project files. And I guess with the doc you would have things like install doc, so you would have like install.md, you would have uninstall md. What else? Oh, you would have requirements, project requirements. What else? What else could you do? Install requirements, uninstall. You would also have like I guess you would, if you were to break this up as in a course, you would have multiple videos, say 10, say 20. Let's be realistic. So you got 20 tutorials that cover a course. Now you would break that up. So each tutorial would have a URL. You would have notes for that particular thing. So I'm thinking maybe what we should do is have some documentation for the tutorials. So maybe we need to do like lessons with an S, come on. And you would have like lesson 1, .md. Lesson 2.md, lesson 3, and so these would be the markdown files for those specific things. The project folder would have the actual project in it. Now the challenge is, of course, that when you build a project, you end up with the whole thing, right? So you can't really say that this piece of code is for this particular tutorial or lesson for this particular project, because the project folder will contain the finished product. But what you can do in the lessons MD is have snippets. So I think what I should do is start actually filling some of this out. This is just like a template again. So we'll do course title. Then we'll have disclaimer. That's always important. You know, this code is it's not my bad if you do an rm -rfv and destroy your whole machine. That kind of stuff. So course title, disclaimer. I think URL is important, and I think anything in like this should be replaced. Oops, that's not going to work, is it? No, that's not going to work either. I need to come up with some sort of convention that says replace all of these things that have... Right, so the disclaimer is something that we won't replace, but place URL here. Can I use tildes? Because, yeah, I want to use tildes. Disclaimer goes here. I want this to be as noddy as it can be, you know. Right, course title, place. It's going to look ridiculous, isn't it? But it's one of those. It's a template. It's a template. So anything in between these tildes needs to be replaced. So course title, we have the URL to the course. We have disclaimer that goes there. What else should we do? I think for the time, I'm sure I'll come up with something in the future. I'm sure I will find something out. But let's just copy that for a minute. And well, I suppose what we should do is install. So we should do something like to install or view the installation, the install documents. Docs. Actually, what we could do is change this up to be an actual li thingy. So install, well, that would be install. That would be uninstall. This would be requirements. All right. So we would have that as actual links to the other places. So that would be docs slash install. No requirements, and that would be install, and that would be uninstall. Cool. All right. I suppose we should also have like a little description. Like, yeah, I suppose we should do like tilde course description. Yeah. Right. Okay. Copy all that. Go over to say requirements. So we should have we should have system let's get rid of the tilde on that, there's no need. System requirements and learner requirements. They're like prerequisites, like things that you should know already before the course. System requirements are like, do you need Docker? Do you need to have a Java JDK? Do you need to have PHP Storm? Do you need to have yada yada yada? Right. And I will do a sort of a table of contents for each one of these. So system requirements and learner requirements. Just because this could be quite large, so let's do where's the hash? There's the hash. System requirements. So we would do like tilde system requirement 1 system requirement 2 system requirement 3. Same deal with this lot. And I don't know if bullet points are. I mean, it's nice and simple, like Docker version, blah blah blah. Learner requirements might be a little bit longer. I may have to use a table, I don't know. We'll see. Let's keep it loose to begin with. Right, so that's the requirements time. Okay, that's fine. We got time. Right, let's do the uninstall. thing here. So I guess we would have like just to uninstall do these things. So document how to uninstall course here, and then in install we'll do the opposite. Then in the lessons, let's just go and just check. Can we click on requirements? Yeah, system requirements goes to there. Right, okay. Go back to there, go into install. Yep. Go back to uninstall. Yep. Right, so now with the lessons, I guess what we need to do is lesson 1, and we're going to have lesson title. Well, let's do lesson number, colon, then the lesson title. So lesson number, and then the colon, the title. Let's get rid of that for a minute. Yeah. Okay, so we need to have some form of description about what the lesson is going to be before they actually do the lesson. So it would be something like what you will learn from the lesson. So document. What you will learn, sort of down there, and then I kind of want to have like, I mean, this could be just a one paragraph that just says you will learn how to, I don't know, something in programming, and then here would be something like course. I want to call this course notes or lesson notes, and I kind of want to, it doesn't need to be that, does it? I kind of want this to be optional, because in some cases this isn't going to be required. So optional lesson notes. And going back to what I said before, where when you get to the project file, project stuff, it is just a project that you get, whereas the lesson is a portion of that. I think what would be nice is if we could have like code formatting going on here. So let's do like tilde. Let's do bash for now, and then let's do or PHP, just because it shows up a little bit better. PHP, and then we'll do echo add code snippets. Add code snippets from lesson. And I guess this could be like revolving thing, right? So there might be multiple snippets that was discussed in a lesson. So you would have, snippet 1, snippet 2, snippet 3, that kind of jazz. I think that kind of works. Going back to the README, we need to have a link to the lessons. So lessons. Let's do a file in here called index.html. No, not HTML. Keep this nice and MD-like. Let's not screw around with the... And this is just basically going to be like a table of contents of the lessons. So in the README, we would have lessons. This would be docs. This would be lessons, and then index.md. And in index, we would have lessons in this course. And we would have lesson and then lesson number. And then we would have lesson title. And then that would go to lesson 1. Let's have a look at what that looks like. Where's oh no, where's the markdown stuff gone? Where's that disappeared to? Is it there? There we go. No, that's make. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Help. Help. Helps if you spell it right. Oh no, I've gone and lost my markdown thing. Did I just get rid of it? I think I did. Is there anything in... Damn it. It's not in structure. I'm not sure where that's gone. Not sure where that's gone. Pull requests, structure. Ah, here we go. Right. Yeah, lessons in this course, and so this is just your lessons of list of lessons. In fact, we probably don't need to have that. We just need one, like lesson number and then the title. Lessons in this course. So let's go back to the README and let's just click through all these. So lessons should go to here. That should then go to there. Sweet. I guess also it would be nice to have like forward and back things. So I tell you what, let's create this. There's gonna be more than one lesson in the course, right? So let's just copy and paste, change that to be lesson 2. So in the index as well, yeah, add that in the index. We can grab you and paste that down into here. Whoops. So just change that to lesson 2. So that works. Lesson 2. Yeah, what I wanted to do was like forward and back buttons. So we could do lesson. let's just do lesson 1. I know I'll change it, but let's just put that in. Actually, no, this is overcomplicating it. Let's not bother with that. I mean, that you've got the index. Why don't we just go back to lesson index? There we go. That solves that problem. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, go to lesson index. So grab that, get rid of view. Get that, paste that in there. Grab that, get rid of this. Yeah. Okay. I think that's okay. I think that's a good start. We've got the index there, we've got lesson 1, we've got the install, we've got requirements, we've got uninstall, we've got the readme, and we've got the document for the project. I'm going to give that a git keep. A .git keep. And we're going to also add that in. So okay, so actually no, I don't think so. We don't need to ignore anything at this stage. No. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Requirements goes to here. Maybe we should have, like we've got with the lessons, where it says go to lesson index, maybe we should just go, maybe we should have a, something down here that just says go back to readme. And it's that one. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's try it out. So, requirements, go back to readme. Install, go back to readme. Uninstall, go back to readme. Lessons, lesson 1, go back to lesson index, go back to readme, go back to lessons, go back to lesson 1, go back to lesson index, go back to readme, lessons, there was another one, that one, go back to readme. There we go. Yeah, I think that's okay. For now, I think that'll do. I think that will be okay. So anything in those tildes I'm going to replace with stuff that relates specifically to the course, obviously. Well, I think the structure there is okay. I think that's all right. I'm not sure. Am I missing anything? Install requirements, uninstall. No, that's fine. We've got the disclaimer on the README, which is important. I don't think we're missing anything. I feel like we are, but we're not. Index, lesson 1, install, requirements, uninstall, README. Thing is, I don't want to be too specific to any kind of course at this particular stage. Thanks, Marcus. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. That's a lovely thing to say. Thank you. I hope you're doing well in Brazil. Never been myself. Wouldn't mind going. I bet it's hotter than what it is here. Cold UK, cold England on a October evening. I think for now that is good. Good. I'm going to commit that and push that up. I'm happy with it. So cd into course template. That's what we call it. And we'll do. Let's do git status just to make sure. Okay, we do need to have an ignore file. Because I want to ignore .idea. Thank you. That's gone. All right. Yeah, that looks good to me. We do need the git keep because that's where the project is going to go. But I think what we could do is actually remove that, because if, say, this was a Symfony thing, then we would remove. No, actually, let's keep it. Sorry, I'm going to put it back project. It's just when you create a Symfony project through the console composer, it creates a blank project folder, but this will tell me where the project folder needs to be. So let's do git keep just to keep that in there. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. Git commit. Adding files. All right, git push. And that is that. I am done. Thank you ever so much for watching. I am going to shoot off and enjoy the rest of my evening. I will be back on this Thursday at 8 o'clock, and we'll be going through some awesome Apple stuff that has happened. Woo! But anyway, I'll speak to you soon. Take care, everyone. Have a great evening, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye. Happy coding. Bye.